Hi Tribe! Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the over-control states of mind. Now in standard DBT we have our states of mind, but RO-DBT we have different states of mind. I know initially in going into learning RO-DBT I was very disappointed about this. I wish we could use the same states of mind, but I very much understand why we have a new set of states of mind for a new set of clients effectively. So the idea about the over-control states of mind, similar to standard DBT, we have our Venn diagram. So two mind states with a little overlapping bit in the middle. So the first one is our fixed mind. So the first over-control state of mind is our fixed mind. So the idea about fixed mind, we have a way of doing things, this is the way that it is, this is the way it's going to be, this is what we're going to do. So it's very clear of, well, it's very fixed to go with the actual name of it. So the example quite often used for this is Captain of the Titanic. They've got an indestructible ship. They know exactly what their route is and they're going to follow it no matter what. Iceberg, who cares? That's what we're doing. So it's, not seeing other options. And so this is going to happen in numerous things, whether it be you've got your way of hanging out the washing and that's the way it's going to be, or we've got our way of doing things at work, how dare this other person do something different, or we've got our way that we drive somewhere, or our way that we walk somewhere. So, or anything obviously a lot bigger than that. So fixed mind is, this is the way that it is, this is the way it's going to be. On the other hand, we have our fatalistic mind. So the best way of describing this is the example, Captain of the Titanic ran into an iceberg, has a big hole in the ship. Now we're just going to give up, lock ourselves in that cabin and just go down with the ship, fuck it. So fatalistic mind is that tendency to, give up, can't do this anymore. So again, this can come out in numerous ways. I'm just not going to bother with this friendship, or I won't bother with this at work, or I'm about to die, I just want to give up on everything. So it is a real, just moving into, I just don't want to deal with this, this is too much for me. There's some really good examples, not that I can think of any off the top of my head, but there are some really good examples about clients who do just give up or go straight into fatalistic mind. This is too hard, I can't do this. This relationship isn't working the way that I want it to, so I'm just not going to talk to them for a while. So it is that giving up response. So that's our fatalistic mind. Can look somewhat similar to our emotion mind, but the difference is that wanting, abandon ship, wanting to give up. I clearly don't know what's going on here. Our middle bit, so our middle bit of the Venn diagram, the overlapping part, flexible mind. So the example in the text is Captain of the Titanic, takes on some feedback, finds a way of steering to safety. So flexible mind is about trying to do what's needed in the situation. And this is about being radically open. It is about using our self-inquiry to notice our experience, notice what the situation is, trying to take a step back from that, so to speak, and doing what is actually needed in the situation, not based on our perceptual bias, not based on what we want it to be like, what we feel like it should be like. It's what are we actually needing to do in this situation, based on our values. And that's the other part that comes into this a lot, is what are our values? What are my valued goals in this situation? If I'm wanting this, what am I going to do about it? So when I've talked about self-inquiry previously, I talked about a woman who was talking to me on the tram. Rather than having a fixed set of rules about how I respond to people, or giving up, it's like, oh, how dare this happen, or whatever, might be about, what am I actually needing in this situation? What fits most of my valued goals? I mean, I don't have to talk to this woman. I can be rude to her. There's nothing saying that I don't have to be rude to her. If I'm not in the mood to talk to her, I don't actually have to talk to her. But what fits best with my valued goals? What is most needed in that situation? So that's a big part about flexible mind. It's about knowing what is the best thing in this situation. It may not be the best thing. Hindsight's a bitch like that. Looking back, we might be like, shit, wish I took the other option. But the main thing is that we actually do think about what is the best option for me in this situation and make a decision based as best as we can on that. So it might be that sometimes I talk to people on the tram and sometimes I don't because I don't want to. Or it may be that I do want to most of the time, but that one occasion I don't. And so it is about trying to make the most of that flexibility and trying to work out what is most needed in this situation. So there are obviously some similarities with Wise Mind, but it is a lot more based on our coping behaviour and our over-control coping and what's going to be best for us in those situations. Thank you very much for watching. All the best, and hopefully I will talk to you soon.